how to create a vector mask from type. Got a background there I've just created with a gradient, and I'm just going to go to the type tool, create some type. So lorem, and currently it's in red because you can change the colour, etc. Press return. Now you've got your type. What you can do is a vector layer. Now the key panels for this are layers, paths and properties, and you can find those via the window menu. So properties, layers and paths. Once you've done that, go to the type menu and create work path. That converts it into a path. You can see now the paths there. You've got path, work path. You can go to the properties. I'm going to go to a layer menu. Because now what I want to do is I want to convert it into a vector mask. So vector mask and current path just below the hide all. So now it's been converted, and now in the properties you can see an additional feature there, the vector mask. Just hover over there, that little entry there, mask. Click that, and what you will see, you've got the option for density, so you can see more or less of the original type, as well as feather, so you can actually blur or feather the mask. So once you've done that, what you can then do, you can manipulate the mask. You can also manipulate the type itself. So just go to the path selection tool, and as soon as you do that, what you can do, you can move the path. You can also manipulate the points. You can also transform it. Let's move around. And as you move it around, you can see what happens is you create that sort of lovely mask. So you've got the mask. You can still see that lorem written there in the path. And you can change the density so you can see more. You've got the complete, or you can go to 100% and you've got the complete mask there. So you can set it, say, at 71%. And you can also still manipulate the feather. And you can move it around and you can see more or less of the original type. Now the original type is still editable, so you can just select it using the type tool, as you would normally, and type something else. Or maybe change the colour. So I'm typing Jill there. Or anything else. And of course you can select individual characters, change the colours. Maybe change the text again. Click OK. Press return. And you can still manipulate the properties. You can still change the feathering, etc. What you can also do, you can of course use the blending modes. It's just a standard layer, so you can just still do, so like turn it into difference. And again, that is still using the mask. What you can also do, of course, you can still apply effects. So you can go to the layer menu and bevel emboss and maybe add a drop shadow. And that will still be masked by that initial lorem. And you can still move that lorem around. So you can just go to the path selection again, just drag it around and you can see it will change. You can see more or less of the type. But what you can also do, you can go to the curvature tool, you can manipulate the points. You can also go to edit and transform path and maybe distort it or scale it. So distort, just drag the bounding box there, and you can see again that will reflect, modify what you can see of the original type. And you can still move it around. And you can keep doing that, changing it, modifying it in numerous ways. Once you're happy with your distorted design, mask, press return. And what you can also do, of course, you can still move the original type as well. And there's the original type. So you can select it. Sometimes it doesn't let you select it. You just have to select a particular point and then you will be able to move it around. So again, can't select it there. Yeah, now I can select it. Certain points you can select it, certain points you won't be able to select it to move it. But again, you can see it being modified by the mask still. Mask is still there, even though you can't actually see it. You can resize the type, press return. And again, you can still go back to your mask. So you've got your mask there, go to the path selection tool and you can see the individual path, and also you can select individual letters of it. So you can just drag that around, again, modifying the underlying image just by changing the mask to see more or less of the original Jill or whatever you've typed there, of course. And again, you can still continue with transform path, etc. So that's a quick run through of using type as a vector mask. Of course, what you can also do, you can also go to the layer menu and rasterize, and you can rasterize it, create a vector mask, as well as use the layer option. And you can create a variety of different effects from that. So it's quite a useful way of just rasterizing it once you're happy with your design there. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Please subscribe to the Graphic Extra channel. Always adding new tutorials about Photoshop, Illustrator, etc. Please add some comments, always appreciated. A dislike or like. Thank you much.